Hey guys, how's it going? Decided to make another video about working at AT&T after my last video did so well and continues to get views. So yeah, working hard or is working at AT&T hard? Um, just flat out answer that, I'd say not really. Now to break it down a little more, I'd say after like 90 days, you pretty much get down the systems, the how the promotions work, what are promotions you're gonna have often, and what promotions are really rare. Um, when people come in for tech issues again after 90 days, you just keep getting like the same few tech issues. If there is something hard, you just call in to like customer care or Apple's 1-800 number, and you give them the office phone, your phone, and go about your business. Um, because again, like no boss is gonna get mad at you if you don't know like a tech issue solution because you're not AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, Cricket, Metro PCS, like they're all not there to solve tech. You know what I mean? They're all in business to sell service. Um, and notice I said service and not phones. So you know, I say that because like the easiest transactions can be the most beneficial to you. Like when someone buys phones online and decides to switch to AT&T or um, join someone else's account and like they already have a phone, then that's a piece of cake. That's whether you're authorized retailer or corporate, that's like 25, 30, $50 depending on what spiffs are going on. And yeah, I mean it's a piece of cake. Open up the account or create a new one, which isn't isn't that hard again after you've done it a couple times. Of course, because it makes them money, they make that transaction really easy. So yeah, I mean that's a piece of cake. Just all right. This is the phone they want to use. Here's the number. Um, and then again, if it's a completely brand new number, it's okay. Do you want a 612, a 651, or whatever area code you're in. Um, so yeah, I guess the tricky stuff would be like if someone comes in, they have a prepaid account in a completely different market, and they want to go to postpaid in your market. Something like that, for example, would be tricky, and obviously, like they would need to call in customer care, and like a lot of times stuff like that they make it tricky because those kind of people are like trying to pull identity fraud, saying they're someone they're not, to like finance a phone um on AT&T, and then it's all fake information, so AT&T can't track them down. So like that's another thing. Like, is fraud hard to deal with? And for that, no, no, I've never really been fooled, and like it's just the same red flags over and over again. When they want to pay cash, when they want the most expensive iPhones, and like you just, oh no, don't have them in stock because it will not ship a phone because the ad, like I see it all the time with people with fake IDs. The address on there is like, I've seen like dentist offices. I've seen apartments that don't exist. Um, one guy had a corrections department in southern Minnesota, and I'm in the Twin Cities, so like hours away, and that was supposedly his home. A lot of times too on driver's license, they don't actually have a driver's license. It's just a regular old state ID. So at least for Minnesota, it must, you must be able to go to China or, get someone in China to make you a state ID. But for some reason, maybe they can't do driver's license because that's something I see all the time. So yeah, like to wrap it up, fraud is really not that hard. Just say you don't have the phone. If they know that you have the phone, then you know, say you need a couple $100 down payment, whatever. Even again, even if they fool you, like I've never had heard of someone getting in trouble over identity fraud. Um, but that's the thing. A lot of times people don't pull that route. If they're going to like try and take phones, they're just gonna be dumb and try to take them out of the safe. Which I do know people that have gotten fired for taking phones. Uh, not well, actually, yeah, I did kind of work with one, but you know, some of these other people I didn't really know well, but I didn't know about their situation taking the phones and yeah, getting fired. Otherwise, again, like promotions, not that hard to get. Um, yeah, I mean, it's really. Oh, I guess another hard thing in the beginning, trying to sell. Well, I mean, the new people, you guys are lucky that it's AT&T TV now, not DirecTV. I I could like not sell DirecTV in the beginning. It took me well over 90 days before. Now I can get one or two a month. Not trying to brag, but uh, I mean, it took me probably 6, 7 months. Yeah, like 7 or 8 months before I like started my one or two a month streak. Um, Corporate a little bit easier because you get a whole lot more traffic, but um, authorized retail, you just gotta make the most of the traffic you get because I mean, it's frustrating too because like there'll be days where just everyone has it, or just got rid of it, or it's someone you've seen multiple times and you already know they live in an apartment that doesn't allow dishes, or some kind of living situation that doesn't allow dishes. Um, but yeah, I mean, luckily now AT&T TV is available where it's a box. You gotta have internet. Um, Funny enough though, since it's came out, I've still sold more Direct TV just because, um, like the NFL stuff, and it still pays a little bit better. So, you know, if you're gonna buy Direct TV, a lot of the times you're gonna get AT&T. You would have bought AT&T TV if I pitched that. But where the store I work at now, internet isn't the best in that area, so I got to lean on Direct TV a little bit more. I mean, those of you that have worked for AT&T, if you're wondering, I'm in an area that doesn't have AT&T internet. In Minnesota, it's just CenturyLink is the affiliate. Um, if not them, then yeah, HughesNet, Frontier, Midco. But I a lot of my addresses are CenturyLink, and if like HughesNet comes up, I kind of I stay away from it because it's just the 50 gigs for $50 or whatever their packages are, just rip offs, and I don't want people coming back. I don't want that sale that bad. Broadband or internet doesn't make you as much money anyways, so um otherwise accessories, uh not too hard to sell, I'd say. Like, people, what do you use? Okay, just say, oh, like this kind of case, like a spec case, like an OtterBox. And accessories, yeah, not too hard to sell. If they're just stuck up and gonna buy online, then let them go buy online. I'm not gonna, if you discount more than 25%, then whether you're authorized retailer or in a corporate store, you don't get paid. So it's just a waste of time. Store loses money. Save the accessories, the good ones, for like if you got to close a big sale, and you can give it to them for free. Don't piss it away, because um they're gonna go buy online or something. This is dumb. Um, Otherwise, screen protectors. A lot of times, it's someone's buying a case. A screen protector is just a slam dunk. You can almost just grab it, bring it over while you're walking back to your table with the case, and yeah. Um, and then a lot of times, again, whether you're authorized retail or in a corporate store, that third item is discounted so heavily that that's just another easy sale because they've already bought two things. Um, well, I guess another thing we can talk about, mobile insurance or protection. Like I'd say, again, not too hard to sell. When they're a new customer, you just put in the quote, and just tell them the price you give them, it's included. Um, Sometimes you can obviously back off it if it doesn't really make sense, and like you think they're gonna go someplace else, but like you gotta look at like your situation too. Like my store is not way out in the woods, but we're out in the woods enough where like my competition doesn't really look at the other carriers. They only look at Verizon. So, and Verizon, like they push insurance really hard on people, and they're also part of the reason like AT&T's insurance went up, just because theirs was way up. So it's kind of like, why not for AT&T? I'm sure. So um, again, it's not too hard, and like a lot of times, because people have been buying smartphones now for so many years, it's before I even bring it up, people are, oh, I want to make sure this protection, it's on my new phone, or oh, no, or it's just right away out of their mouth. No, I don't want it anymore. So you just got to make sure you do the upgrade. Like if they don't want it anymore, you got to make sure you do the upgrade and then go back in the account and take it off. At AT&T, like they never look at how long you were on someone's account. It's like I heard other carriers, so you can take your time, mess around, stuff like that. Uh, and yeah, if they're right away like, oh yeah, I do want it on my new phone again. Then you go in, you take off the old insurance, and then as you're doing the upgrade, you add it so that it also counts as a sale. And that's like a tidbit to anyone starting off at AT&T. It's like a hidden secret. I always have like 50, 60 extra dollars a month in like insurance just from doing that. Because again, a lot of people in my store, like they already have it and like it, so I just make extra money doing that. Otherwise, I think we covered, yeah, TV, internet, porting lines. As long as their information's correct, it's a piece of cake. If it's not, they added a website now that makes it, so they can literally, if they messed up like a PIN code, like that's by far the most thing. They don't know the PIN code or passcode with the old company. That's something like you can access at home, search your phone number, and just it'll say missing information, and like, then your number automatically ports over. So I'm just saying it's been streamlined, the porting, and that's something I feel like if you work in a Walmart or Target, you might not have access to. or might not even know it's a thing. At least with AT&T. Um, Otherwise, cover tech issues. I guess another thing would be like learning specs on the phone, and that's something again like after 90 days you get a pretty good feel for like in 2019, 2020, I can kind of just by the price point know if it's like a 16 gigabyte, if it's like a 32 gigabyte, if they want to take good photos, if it's over like $500 now, it'll probably have a second camera. Um, It'll probably have wireless charging. If it's under 500, then it probably doesn't have those things. Uh, yeah. Again, otherwise, like on your tablet, just learning how to use an account. Like, again, after 90 days, like how to pay a bill, how to change caller ID. It's the hard thing is like the learning curve is definitely like DirecTV, and that is like AT&T's holy grail. You know, you don't you don't say anything bad about it, and if you're not selling it, you're gonna hear about it. And some of that is like, I see it all the time. Like the people that have been around, they know the tricks. They don't really talk about it anymore. So like the new batch of people, they're never gonna really sell it. They're just gonna always sell AT&T TV, but eventually 5G will be a thing, or they've been telling us forever that AT&T TV is gonna just you're gonna be able to put in a SIM card and you'll have service everywhere. So we'll see if that's ever a thing, which I'm sure years from now it will be, but that won't be too hard to sell. Otherwise, yeah, if you guys got more questions, I'll keep doing these videos. I think I'm finally gonna get a new job soon, and once I do, I got some really juicy AT&T videos to make about the drama and other stuff. So, yeah, till then.